Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're installing Odoo 16 from zero and setting it up step by step. Let's get started. Here's our starting point, a clean desktop. First thing we need is a web browser, so let's open that up. Now, in the address bar, we're going to type in nightly.odoo.com/16.0/nightly/Windows. This takes us straight to Odoo's official build server, where we can grab the Windows installer for version 16. And here's the file list. This page shows every available build. We just need to click on the installer file, the one ending in .exe, to start downloading it. You can see the download running in the top right corner of Chrome. Let's wait for it to finish before moving on. Once it's done, let's open File Explorer and head into the Downloads folder to find the file we just grabbed. There it is. Let's double-click it to launch the installer. And here's the Welcome to Odoo 16.0 Setup wizard. We'll click Next, accept the default options, then hit Install. Now we just wait while the progress bar finishes loading everything onto our computer. Once the install is complete, Odoo automatically opens up in the browser. And this is the Database Manager page, where we'll create our very first database. First field is the master password. This protects your database list, so pick something secure. Right below it, let's type in a database name. We'll just call it Odoo. Next, enter your email address. This becomes your admin login, and then set a password for that account. Let's add a phone number. Then open the language drop-down and pick your preferred language, followed by your country from the list below. Everything looks good, so let's click Create Database. And now we just wait a few seconds while Odoo builds everything in the background. Chrome might pop up asking if you want to save this password. Click Save if you want it remembered, or never to skip it. That brings us to the login page. Let's type in the email and password we just created, then click Login. And here we are, the app's dashboard. This is home base for every module in Odoo: sales, CRM, accounting, inventory, and a lot more, all just one click away. On the left side, you'll notice categories like sales, accounting, website, marketing, and more. This helps you filter and find the exact app you're looking for a lot faster. Let's click into Settings, then scroll down to the Integrations section. This is where you can connect Odoo to outside tools like Google Calendar and Google Drive. And down at the bottom, you'll spot links to download the mobile app from the Play Store or App Store. Now let's switch on developer mode, then head into the technical menu and open groups. Let's click New and type in a group name. This creates a custom permission label we can assign to users later. Let's go to Users and Companies, then Users. I'll click on one of the existing profiles to open it up. Here you can see their name, email, login, and language settings. Let's click over to the Access Rights tab. This is where we go app by app, sales, accounting, inventory, purchase, and set exactly what this person is allowed to do. No access, read-only, user level, or full administrator. Let's save that, then head back to Apps. Clicking on Accounting triggers a quick setup wizard. Odoo asks us to confirm a few things before installing it. In this wizard, let's fill in our company name, email, and how many employees we have. Once everything's filled in, we click Start Now to finish the app setup. Back in General Settings, look at the sidebar on the left. Every module has its own settings section. Users, companies, permissions, CRM, sales, accounting, and more. Let's click into the language section and pick our default, then confirm our company details. Let's click New to create our first test user. We'll name this one user 1 and type in an email address for their login. Let's click the Access Rights tab. For sales, we'll set this to full access. But for accounting, let's dial it back to something more limited. This person doesn't need full control there. Now let's create user 2 the same way. Fill in their name and email, then jump into access rights. Notice this drop-down next to each app. We can set administrator, user, or only see own depending on what they need. Let's save that. And create one more, user 3. Same steps. Fill in the basic info, then go through each app's permission drop-down one by one. Let's scroll down through the rest of the list. Inventory, purchase, marketing, project. For anything this user doesn't need, we just leave it unchecked or set it to none. Once we're happy with the setup, let's hit Save to lock in user 3's permissions. Let's open the full access rights matrix view. This lays out every app across the top and every user down the side, so we can scroll through and double-check everyone's permissions in one single screen. Back on the users list, we can now see user 1, user 2, and user 3 all set up, each with their own login, language, and status badge. Everything's organized and ready to go. Let's log out for a second and test things from a fresh login screen. Here it is, just the logo, an email field, and a password field. Let's type in the email and password for the user we just created, then click Login. Sometimes, right after logging in or changing a password, odoo shows a quick security check like this puzzle. Let's just drag the piece into place to confirm we're human and continue. And we're in. This is our personalized home screen. Depending on what's installed, you'll see icons like Discuss, Knowledge, Dashboards, Accounting, or Documents. Let's click into one of these to jump straight into that module. Let's open the Sales app and click New to start a fresh sales order. First, we set the customer, then pick the order date. Now let's switch over to CRM and click on Leads. Here's one we already have, PT Sarana Sentosa. Let's click on it to open the full details: company name, email, job position, and phone number. When we're ready to move this deal forward, we click the Convert to Opportunity button, confirm the option in the pop-up, and hit Convert. And there it is. Now it's officially an opportunity. Let's double-check the expected revenue and probability fields to make sure everything's accurate. On the right side, you'll notice the activity log. Odoo automatically records this conversion, so you always have a clear history of exactly what happened and when. Let's click on Pipeline. This is one of the most useful views in the whole CRM module. Every opportunity shows up as a card, sorted into stages: new, qualified, proposition, and won. Let's try dragging this card from new straight into qualified. That's literally how you move a deal forward, no extra menus needed. Scrolling across, we've got a few more deals in motion: distributor book deal and prospect Jumla Basar sitting in the negotiation stage. At a glance, you instantly know which deals are close to closing. Let's open one of these opportunities and click into the Meetings tab. This lets us schedule a follow-up call directly from the deal itself. Here's the weekly calendar view. Let's click on an open time slot, then check the box next to our attendees to add them to the meeting. Let's switch over to the monthly view for a wider picture. Then click on an empty date. A new event pop-up shows up. Let's type in a meeting subject, then click Create to lock the event onto the calendar. And there it is. Our meeting now sits right on the calendar, labeled and ready. No more follow-ups slipping through the cracks. Let's head back to the pipeline one more time and scroll across all the stages, from new, through qualified and negotiation, all the way to one. That's the complete sales journey, start to finish. So to recap, we installed Odoo, created our database, set up users with the right permissions, and walked through the CRM from lead to close deal. That's a wrap on our Odoo 16 walkthrough. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.